Mitake api ake dechet wahibrika unka Dakota Iapi ake na uge unspechi chapter nije tukte ona oyaki hipi anagupte na kaba takukte na wichoeking na daya hechet ito de washkashni ched wotchake waji wakagekte. My friends and relatives, I come here again to do some language. I'm always happy to be here to do what I can to help my community and other Dakota communities. But before I start, I would like to say a prayer. A prayer is to guide us in a good way, to give us that courage to continue to do what we must do for ourselves and our family, our tiwahe, tioshpaye, oyateking na. So the prayer is always important before we do anything. I always like to make a short prayer. Aito atewa kantaka, kuritoa hitwaga, aito wa makaye, ake dechet wa hibrutake, wochike de Dakota Iapi ohna tukte oyat istoriapkaha, uspepkaha, ija na tukatake ayuha manipte. Tuhatoche aosh ake, tue Dakota iek te he, hana ugestoriapshni. Tka wochike wichadapkaha, tena ija awashtena heched, takuktena ikikchupte, chante awashteya hechena, ikikchuba yuha manipte. Ukaito ushunki da mea o wichota wa wangla kapi nana ijana ku daya hecera wa wichaka wona gupta wasteshte wichak uito hana daya heceri aikte mitakios. Okay, I would start off with maybe 5 very short phrases, and it'll probably take about 10-15 minutes to do these phrases because I don't like to rush things because I want everybody to absorb whatever you hear, to absorb that and process that in your mind, and how to say it and when to use it. Those are very important, within ourselves to do it like that. So the first phrase is uspemakia, uspemakia, teach me. Uspemakia. And that can be used, like for instance, we're doing language right now. So Dakota Iapi uspemakia. Uspemakia. And we can add in other words, nouns, as we go along. Uspemakia. The next one. Umaspishniye. 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 I don't know how. I don't know how. Umaspishniye. So again, try and take in the pronunciation. Umaspishnie. I don't know how. Wakadiapi ishnaka nakun pijuta sapa unre yachinhe. Pijuta sapa ish wakadiapi unre yachinhe. Would you like some coffee? Wakadiapi or pijuta sapa unre yachinhe. Wakadiapi. Here in Wipazokawakpa, we say pijuta sapa. Pijuta sapa unre yachinhe. Do you want some coffee? Ha, unre wachinye. Ha, unre wachinye. That's a female version of replying to that. The men will say, ho, unre wachin do. And that means, yes, I would like some of that. Yes, I would like some of that, meaning the coffee. Pijuta sapa unre achinhe. Ha, unre wachinye. Ake u. Ake u. Ake u. Come again. Ake u. Come again. Wote wahadeye. Wota wahadeye. Wota wahadeye. I am hungry. Wote wahadeye. I am hungry. The men will say, Wota wahade. Wota wahade do. Wota wahade do. That's a man will say that. Takun spaya. Takun spaya. Or spaya. Cook something. Takun spaya. Cook something. The next one, wota. Wota. That's referring to one person. Wota. Wota. Or if you're telling more than one person, wotapi or wotab. 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 Eat. And the last phrase, wawate kteye. Wawate kteye. Wawate kteye. I am going to eat. Wawate kteye. I am going to eat. So, I will say them over again. The first one. Uspemakia. 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 Teach me. Umaspishnie. 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 I don't know how. Pijuta sapa urea chinhe. Pijuta sapa urea chinhe. Do you want some coffee? Ha. Urewa chinhe. Ha. Urewa chinhe. Yes, I would like some. Ake u. Ake u. Come. Again. Ake u. Come again. Wote wahdeye. Wote wahdeye. Wote wahdeye. I am hungry. Takun shpaya. Takun shpaya. Takun shpaya. Cook something. Wota. Wota. Referring to one person. Wota. For more than one person. Wotab. Wotab. Or you can say wotapi. But I prefer to say wotab. Wotab. Wawatekteye. 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 I'm going to eat. Wawatekteye. I'm going to eat. So, my relatives, this is our lesson today. We have done 10 very short phrases. And like I always said, I encourage you to keep going back to them and keep using them. Use them every day. Use it, with your maybe co-workers, in your family, with your children, your friends. That's good practice. Also for you to pick up the pronunciation of the phrases, to always, do your best to use them, because it's very important. And this is, the start of everything. So I'm always encouraging, because like I said, our language is so important. Our language covers everything. If we don't have our language, we would not be the people that we are. So we have to keep that in mind, that language is so important. So next time, again, tomorrow, we'll review and we'll learn some more. Thank you and have a good day.